question here. This is one I've actually seen a lot recently, and that's the idea that the New Testament was put together at Nicaea, the Council of Nicaea, which is really just kind of weird. Really, no evidence. If you want to talk about something that actually has no evidence, it's probably this. But what do you look at when you hear someone say, "Oh yeah, it was just your Bible, your New Testament was put together at Nicaea"? How do you start? Where do you go with that conversation?
I just go, "What's your source?" That's all you have to say. And every time, they never have a source. You have to remember, sometimes you need to learn from how atheists, the very intelligent atheists, respond to people. Especially, watch a lot of atheists debate young earth creationists. A lot of times they just go, "What's your source for that? What's your evidence for that?" Apply the same logic with them. A lot of them go crazy when you do it because they don't expect it. Watch my debate with Matt Dillhunty around the hour and 18 minutes in. I told him that he needs a source and he didn't know how to respond. Or so, and he kind of went back a little bit. He didn't expect me to say that. It was my favorite part of the whole debate. But just ask them for a source. Half the time, they need to provide evidence for that. That's a positive claim they have made, so they need to provide evidence for it. Same when they say like Christianity causes X, like it causes murder, causes war. What's your source? In 9 times out of 10, they won't have a source. If they do, just read the source and see what it says. A lot of times you'll find out they didn't actually read the source. This happened to me just the other day. I just went and read the source and I said, it doesn't say what you're saying here. So just do that. And then I always go, if they made up the New Testament, why do we have things like P75, which is a large collection of John and Luke, which exists prior to Nicaea? And no scholar today says the canon was made up at Nicaea. If someone says this, they just didn't do their homework. And luckily, I think that objection is kind of dying out recently.